that binder literally was a hot mess. That was my first year, or not my first year, like literally my first semester, like one of the binders for my first semester. And that binder, it was a hot mess.
Another banger. Make a phone, make a phone, 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 make a phone, make a keep a deep phone, 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 your body.
Hi everyone, welcome back to Deerenee's The OT Chronicles. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. If you haven't already done so, do those big 3 things for me. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and then don't forget to leave me a comment down below. And so yeah, thank you so much for coming back. If you're new to my channel, my name is Dee. I'm 24 years old, I am an OT student, and I am pretty much done my OT schooling. I just am starting my clinicals, my level 2 clinicals in September. So this video is going to be how I prep, and it's going to be part 2. So if you haven't seen part 1, then I'll put the card up here. Make sure you go ahead, watch that video, leave me a comment if you like it. But this video is actually going to be how I organize my notes and how I'm using my notes to actually help me prep for my placement in a school district. So if you're excited for this video, stay tuned. Okay, so for this video, I kind of wanted to talk to you first a little bit about it, and then I'm going to show you exactly what my notes look like, how I organize them, what I would kind of give you as tips for your best way to organize if you are in OT school, to kind of help you for when you have to study for your NBCOT, which if you don't know what that is your certification exam, but then also to help you study for when you start your level 2s. So yeah, let's get started. Okay, so what I recommend personally and what works best for me is using binders. Binders are like my best friend. They have been with me throughout my whole entire process. I literally have 2 crates, which I'll show you, that are full of binders from literally each topic. Or some of my binders do have 2 topics in them. And then I do have 1 binder that literally has like a whole semester worth of notes in it, because I don't know, pediatrics, it was kind of a lot of information, but not that much information, but just enough for me to be able to fit in 1 binder. So I was like, if I can save the space, I'm gonna save the space. So yeah, I will show you all my pediatric binder, and then I'm going to show you an example of kind of what one of my class binders look like that have 2 subjects in them. For me, what I would say is they work very well for me. I'm the type of person that will print out the notes and then I'll add notes to the notes, like the PowerPoint slides. And then I also, which I highly recommend, is that you print out the articles, you print out the handouts, the sheets like that are just beneficial to whatever you're working on during that week. I know for my schooling, every week was kind of a theme necessarily, and we kind of did our PowerPoints in class. Like, we either had one day that was strictly vision, or we had like 1 week that was strictly vision, or we did like sensory for like 2 classes, like things like that. So any of the handouts and any of the notes and things, I kind of just bunched them all together, put them in order, and then that was how I pretty much did my binders. So if you're ready for this, then stay tuned. Okay, so let's get started. This is the first binder. This binder actually has 2 classes in it, which were clinical conditions physical and then group process and leadership. This was actually one of the first binders I had for my first semester of OT school. So at the top, as you can see, I have my binder organized into weeks. This is something that I do not recommend. I think that it would have been more beneficial if I were to, for instance, go to week 2 and put the topic for that week as the organization for the tabs. This is something that you will see I have done with my pediatric binder, which I will be showing you next. And I think it's a great tip for you, because it's easier for you to go back and see actually what you're working on that week and what you actually need to study, instead of just seeing week 2, because you don't know what week 2 is by just looking at the tab. And as you can see, I also put 2 PowerPoint slides per page. This is something that I don't recommend as well. If you are someone that can handle smaller handwriting and smaller writing in general, then I would recommend you putting 3 PowerPoint slides per page, and that's something I'm going to show you in my pediatric binders, because you just get more space and you get to put your notes actually on your slides, and it just overall looks better in my opinion. And as you can see, like, I literally was putting my notes on sheets of paper instead of actually on the slides. And that just wasn't beneficial for me. So this is something I quickly realized that I actually do not like. And all of the rest of my binders are not organized like this. But I wanted to show it to you because this is an option for if this does work for someone who needs help with organization. And you kind of start off, and then if you ever want to change, you're more than welcome to change. On the side here, I have 2 classes, like I said, in this binder. So I broke it down with PowerPoint and then worksheets, and then my second class, PowerPoint and worksheets. This is something I don't recommend as well, because I really think that you should put your worksheets together with your actual notes from that week, if that makes sense. You'll see all of this in my pediatric binder, but I did want to show you what my first binder of OT school did look like. This is another organization tip. So I actually have 2 of these kind of crates, as you can see here, these crates that are full of binders. So each of these crates actually have all of the binders from that specific year. So as you know, I was in OT school for 2 years, so I have 2 crates full of binders. This is the binder that I'm going to be showing you next. This is like my pride and joy. This is the binder that I will be studying for my school placement. But as you can see, I just wanted to show you this to give you an option of how you can organize your information so it can be very beneficial for you when you want to go back and study. Okay, so this is my pediatrics binder. I just have my tabs on here just to show that it's pediatrics. And we're just gonna get started. So inside of my pediatrics binder, this has been in storage, so there's like dirt right here, but don't mind that. So inside my pediatrics binder, how I kind of organize all my notes is actually with tabs. So I will show you the tabs that I have created. So I have pediatric assessment, positive behaviors, sensory notes, then I have gross motor, early intervention, autism, handwriting, vision, and it just kind of goes on and on and on. So these are tabs from like CVS, and these are my best friend. I would highly recommend that you kind of use these to kind of help you. So let's kind of get into this binder. So at first I kind of start off with the weeks. So we have week 1. These are my notes that I had for week 1. And then after that, I have more PowerPoint slides because most of the classes were actually 4 to 5 hours long. So you weren't just going through one set of PowerPoint notes. It was usually about 2 or 3 sets of PowerPoint notes. So I just have that. And then it goes into class 2. And then it goes into one of the handouts that was given to us. And this is something that extremely is important because these are for evaluation. And so you see how everything is kind of organized. All of this is going to be together into one section. So then my next section is going to be positive behaviors. Positive behaviors, there was a couple PowerPoints for this. As you can see, I took tons and tons of notes. And I put them with my slides because I definitely think that is very beneficial to do the 3 lines on the slides because they kind of helped me. And this semester was my second semester, so I kind of switched up how I started taking notes this semester. But yeah, so I have my PowerPoint slides for that. But then this is what I was talking about article-wise that goes with the topic from the tab. So these are articles from AOTA. I have school and emotional learning. Social and emotional learning. And then I have some more handouts, some more articles, some more handouts. And just what I loved about this is that it really helped me keep everything together, and it really helped me go back and try to figure out where everything was super easily. And all of these handouts that I have, I will be using. And they're going to be very beneficial, especially since I'm going to be in a school district and I haven't learned about PEDS in such a long time. So next we have sensory processing. And you'll learn all about this when you get into OT school. If you are someone that is in OT school right now, then you know what I'm talking about when you talk about sensory, especially the sensory profile, things of that nature.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm back. I hope you enjoyed those little clips. If you have any questions in regards to anything, to what you saw, please leave them in the comment section below. I know I'm not sure the best way of how to show my notes, but I tried. If you want me to kind of like redo this video, or if you don't really like the format that I did it in, let me know. Like, I'm open to suggestions, but I did just want to kind of share with you and show you how I organize my stuff and what works best for me. I hope you gained some gems from this video. I'm just going to kind of reiterate a couple of things for you just to kind of help you. But yeah, like I showed you my first binder that had the 2 classes.
That binder literally was a hot mess. That was my first year, or not my first year, like literally my first semester, like one of the binders for my first semester. And that binder, it was a hot mess.
I have to go back and I have to rearrange that binder because I don't know where to find my stuff in that binder. But if you saw from my pediatrics binder, which is a binder I'm currently using to study, that binder is beautiful. Like, that binder, I did such an amazing job on that binder because I have no troubles searching and looking for anything in that binder, and that's kind of how I want the rest of my binders to be. But I didn't make that binder until my 2nd semester. So I definitely would suggest that you keep all of your notes, you print all of your stuff out, you put it in binders, you put it in crates or whatever kind of storage options you have. And I think it would be really helpful for you, and it's very beneficial for you to make sure that you are going to be a great OT and you are going to pass your NVCOT exam. Alright, so this video was a little bit on the shorter side, but I just kind of wanted to share with you my organization tips. If you have any more questions, or you need help with anything, or you have any specific videos that you want me to kind of make for you, let me know. You can DM me on Instagram, you can email me, you can leave a comment below, but don't forget to make sure you hit that like button, you hit that subscribe button, because we are almost at 500 and I'm super excited. So yeah, we're on the road to 1,000 and I'm excited for what's to come from this channel. So yeah, make sure you let me know, make sure you share my channel, make sure you just enjoy your wonderful day, enjoy your wonderful life. I don't know if you're watching this in the morning or at night or whenever, but I appreciate you. I love you guys. And yeah, don't forget, join the OT fam because we are lit here. And so yeah, I will see you all in my next video. Bye.
Another banger. Make a phone, make a phone, 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 make a call, make a keep a the phone, phone, phone,